And and one major last thing that I want to address, it may or may not be controversial. I guess it depends on how hardcore of a Toxic Avenger fan you are. Because if people remember from the original Toxic Avenger, Toxie had a love interest with Sarah.
Yeah.
And of course, Sarah makes an appearance, but it's not the love interest, and you wanted to focus much more on Wade, the kid in this storyline. Can you talk about that decision of, changing that from the original?
Yeah, it was just sort of trying to think about like how much to redo, like meaning like do the same choices, and how much to offer something fresh. Because if what people really, really need is a Toxie falling in love story, then like the original is there. And like I'm not sure that we're gonna outdo that. And so you got to have a guy falling into toxic waste. You know he's gonna get some muscles. He's probably gonna have a mop. There's certain things that you do kind of have to do. If this was a Batman story, he's got to have the horns and he's got to have the cape. You got to do that stuff. But at a certain point, like what is the character up against? What are they trying to do? What are they trying to solve? I felt like if you start doing the exact same plot beats beat for beat, then people are going to feel like, why are we here in the first place? We've got the perfect original already. And so the top of the list was like, what is the emotional thing that this guy is grappling with? And if we agree that it's not going to be a romantic thing this time, which makes sense because I knew he wasn't going to be a teenager. He wasn't going to be working in a health club trying to meet girls. And so naturally, that's not necessarily going to be the thing that he's grappling with. I just went with let's make his situation more about his relationship with this foster kid character and have that be the emotional thing that he's trying to grapple with just as a way to make it just to give him something new to do, just to give him some new ground to walk over. Um, and once we sort of committed to that, that sort of became what it was, and I didn't miss the romantic thing because the sort of the emotional story was the father-son version in this one. And that's not meant to replace the original, it's just meant to be in addition to. So I don't know. If we get
Well,
to do another one, maybe he'll get a date in that one. We'll see.